I was really hyped to do this. But then I accidentally scratched my tablet just now because a rock fell on it, don't ask. It's not that bad, but I'm upset. Anyways, okay, how do I explain this? So basically, I applied to go to an art school for an illustration program. Now, technically, I was rejected, but we had to submit an entire portfolio. And what happened was they have a little form and they can fill out the things where you failed at. In your portfolio, you have to put 10 pieces that are basically human anatomy studies and all that beautiful, amazing bullshit. And then you have to add 10 or more, which is what I did, because, you know, you can't just put 10 illustrations in there. Basically, all the illustrative, creative, actual work that shows your passion. And where I failed was the human anatomy stuff. So technically, this sketchbook was accepted. It was just that I wasn't. Don't worry. I am currently enrolling. Is it enrolling? This scratch is really irritating me. I have my tablet next to me and I'm so pissed. Why did I drop a rock on it? And I was accepted into an art education program, which is amazing. Honestly, great. I love that. Anyways, this is my illustration accepted sketchbook. That's what I'm gonna call it, because that seems to be a very clickable title. Don't sue me. I don't know. Yeah, this is from, oh god, plant. I'm trying to decorate. Make it look a bit more pretty. Yeah, I hope I don't destroy my plant. Anyways, this is from October last year. I do not remember most things from this sketchbook. I just know that I was like, okay, this one's finished. This one I'm gonna submit because you can do sketchbooks. They actually like sketchbooks a lot. There's 7 spaces for the entire country. Every year, there's at least 40 something people who sign up for that program, which means that's a lot more than they have space for. So obviously, they just wrote anyone that isn't really amazing. Makes sense. I'm not really mad about it. I always do goals. I just realized, now that I think about it, this is my last sketchbook. I only have one after that. I can show it. This one's really pretty. This is my current sketchbook. I really like it. Anyways, this is my current one. And in this one, I didn't write goals because that's stupid. I never look at this. Also, that's not how you spell clothing. This was my JoJo phases still. I really hope my camera focuses. I know in the last one, the focus was not good. Here we have a little Bruno Bucciarati. Bruno Abacchia, that's his name. Bruno, it's right. Bruno. And back here, I was just experimenting. I think that's when we watched the first half of the... No, the entire season 1. That was in October, I guess. Anyways, to keep track of how many times I watched The Owl House, I watched it once by myself. I watched it the second time. That's for the first season. I watched it the second time with my friends. Then I watched it alone again, just to refresh my mind before season 2. So yeah, I watched like 3 times. Here's some me and my friend designs for the videos. I still didn't finish the 3rd one, but I am gonna force myself to finish it before I upload this sketchbook tour, because, well, I can just... I'm procrastinating the part 3, but I know I'm gonna get excited by part 4 and 5 because those are my favorite parts, so, you know. Anyways, as I said, I was experimenting a lot at the start of this sketchbook. I also am really proud of this one. The legs are too long, is what I've noticed that I draw legs so long. No one has legs that long. Like, I swear to God, this is a fucking spider. But I don't know. I never noticed that before, so that's really interesting. There's some self-insert and JoJo stuff, and me, and a lamp, and a V. I really like this one. This one's good. Oh, I'm also, all these things are pages that I guess I wanted the judges to look at the most. I'm just gonna take them all out as we go. I really like this one. I think it's a great reference drawing. So here I was having a crisis, I guess. Basically, I was just like, this is making me just sad because I have zero romantic experience. Well, that's not true. I had zero romantic shit going on in my life at that time, just as I am now. But I'm not a little baby about it right now. Basically, over here, I was just like, maybe I should stop self-inserting me and maybe work on myself and focus on the fact that being single isn't horrible, okay? It's fine. I am fine. I need to work on what I want to do as a career. As I may have mentioned in my last sketchbook tour, a lot of things were on my mind, and here they were still on my mind, because this is around the time where we go back home after this, which was not a fun time. It was really bad, in fact. I was like, oh yay, we can see my friends again. And then we went back home. He. So yeah, here's all my OCs wearing dresses. As you see, I love them all equally, and Philip is just the most drawn ever. They're less and less drawn as it goes. I think that was the time where everyone was like, oh my god, cat boys in maid outfits, and I was like, I have a cat boy. I like this one. This one's real cool. I'll bust your Nico kneecaps. Here's some Dionysus designs. Like the actual Greek god, you know. Honestly, that's one of the most fun Greek gods. Is that Dionysus is just very fun and just like also a very powerful god and a lot of uncertainties. But anyways, I am a drinking god. That's for my friends that know what that's about. Among Us was still a thing here. Wait, was that this or last year? What time was Among Us? Yeah, no, that's when Among Us was first a thing. For my where I was playing Among Us with my friends, I illustrated some things. My username was Peen, and I was an eggplant because I'm funny. Most people somehow did not get it. I do not understand. Maybe they did, and they were just like, "Oh God, no, stop." That's probably more likely. I don't want to go home. I agree. As I am home on summer break. I don't want to be home. I'm kind of stuck in a routine, but my routine is waking up, play Genshin, do random shit. Don't even draw. I haven't drawn... Actually, I drawn yesterday, never mind. But I haven't drawn, like, as much as I could recently, and I'm just dead inside. That sounds really extreme. I'm actually not doing that bad. I'm just kind of stuck in a slump. Is that what you call it? Doodles. Doodles. Hands. 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 Oh, here's my profile picture. Did I read it digitally? Here's this one. I'm so amazing at explaining why something's great. I just like this one. Perspective, great. My friend who really likes architecture would disagree. Oh yeah, also I would hear corpse. That's all you need to know. Here's some of my OCs. This is a vampire little boy, and there's a ghost child, and they're just cute. And here's a ghost boy. Oh yeah, this one's real good. Honestly, I should have done this sketchbook tour earlier, because right now I cannot remember where I was at when I was drawing in this sketchbook. Here's Jasmine and Alexander. They're real cute. I might draw them a whole bunch because I just love them. They're my OCs. Well, you can see Alex again with loose let down. What? With loose hair? With not a ponytail? I swear to God, okay, I have a good grade in English. But then when I try to speak English when I'm alone, I just look like a fucking idiot and I can't remember anything. Like, it's even if I speak with people, it's also great, but here I'm leading a conversation that is just me talking, so it's not really a conversation, is it? KFC. JFK. No, I did it again. Ah! Clone High. Go watch it. It's good. Oh yeah, here's some of my forest OCs. I really like the Leaf Boy. And this is the Lotus Prince. And he basically just, I don't fucking know. He's just there. These are all OCs that I just doodle sometimes. They don't have a particular story. It's mainly just fantasy cutesy forest. I don't know what this is. This is where frogs were starting. The frogs epidemic. And here's some little Josuke. This is my OCs again. This is Alex. You better remember him because I draw him so much, and he is like a side character that is, I guess, important, but not that much. Not the amount that I draw him. He's a parent of one of the main characters. But I just love them. This is their mom, and then this is his brother, and this is their little sister. Here's Jasmine again, and this is one of their friends. I don't think I gave him a name yet. Here's some backstory building. It's all messy, like you know. Ooh, female JoJo part 3. Kakyoid looks fucking bold. I don't know what I did. Polnareff is really good here in JoJo 2. I don't know what happened to his hair. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, Kakyoin. Here's some planning for a piece that I had to do for our school. Well, had to. A teacher was like, hey girl, how about you do it? You know, you kind of know what art is. And I'm like, okay. And then she showed it off to our art history lesson, and she was like, look how great she did. And I was like, no, I did not do that. Every time someone goes a really long way to show their amusement is what I wanted to say, admiration for my work or me, and be just like, oh my god, this is so amazing, or oh my god, why you nice, I freak out. Like, I'm used to it with art, I guess, but when someone just puts so much of their energy to express how much they love something, I cannot handle it. Here's some art school Van Gogh. That's gonna be me. Paint everywhere. I should probably talk a bit about how I got accepted into this art school, because it is an art school. We still had entrance exams. It's basically where you go there and they're like, look, there's a person sitting there. Now you have to draw it for 4 hours. And then in the afternoon, then we had an hour break. And then in the afternoon, they were like, look, fruits and random shit on a table with a cloth. Now paint that. Prior to that, I've had 0 painting experience. Except for, like, all the things we did in middle school, because our high school has 0 art in its curriculum. 0 art lessons in high school that were actually part of the school program. That was fun. I was actually less panicking. Congratulations. I was actually less stressed about it than I thought I would be. It was pretty chill, to be honest. Everyone was just quiet and like drawing at their own pace. And then when you finished, they were just like, okay, cool, now chill for a bit and then go paint. And then when you're done, you leave. So that was fun. And all the people that were there were just really nice. The only thing that stressed me out a bit was when random professors would go, "Oh, how are you doing?" and just walk across the entire class, and you know very well they are not allowed to say anything to you, because if they say anything too good, you might get too cocky. If they say anything that's like, oh wow, that's amazing, like, not actually, but like terrible, that would ruin a person's entire process. Could you imagine they go and like be like, I've seen better? You'd be so fucking panicked. I would die. I wouldn't die, but yeah, again, here's more planning. Did I do this? I've looked through this sketchbook so many times that I have a feeling like I've already went through it. Which is not what happened, but I don't know. Anyways, yeah, I think here was quarantine. I was working a bit on my OCs. These are from another story where basically the world is built in a way that, I guess, once you die, there are certain spirits, or I guess other people who've died. I don't know what they call them yet. They're not ghosts. They're basically people who died, but still live. They still haven't passed entirely, and they basically have a function like bringing dead people to the place where they go, where they come, pass onward. I don't know how to explain this because I haven't decided on the terminology yet. So basically there's a spirit in charge of death and a person that's in charge of aligning different new spirits with bodies and just sending them there, And then there's a person that's a fucking Cupid, which is this one. He went through a complete transformation. Well, no, not really. I think he has... Wait. Yeah, he still has a hairband, but his hair is short. I'm gonna show him later. I have a poster on... Oh yeah, I can show all the printed stuff too. Okay, I put that shit in my portfolio and now it's on my wall, so I'm gonna show it later. And then you have people in charge of all the animal souls and all the random shit people can't explain, aka magic. So those are basically the main characters. Not all of them are here, but the main is Aaron and Catherine that are life and death. And then there's her. I know I have a name for her. I think it's Vinny. Well, Vivian. And then this is Kai. Again, I'm not completely settled on that name, but if it's thick, if it's thick, it sticks. And then it's William with all the magic. I was bored in December, so I played this every day. Listen, now that I stopped, I can see that it's just like... the thing with games is I am either completely obsessed and into them and cannot go a day without playing them. Then it somehow occurs that I stop playing it for a bit, and then I can't get back into it because I know there's just so many things to do, and it's just like, oh my god. I'm either completely obsessed or just bored. So here was my obey me phase. My favorite brother is Lucifer. He wants to kill you at the start, and then he's like, oh my god, what are you doing to me? But at the same time, he doesn't spend time with you, or at least in the main story time, because he has 6 other brothers. And, it makes sense if your favorite brother... You can't just spend time with one brother, because, other people will be jealous. Here's one of my paintings. I did a TikTok about this one. Oh yeah, if anyone follows me on TikTok, on TikTok! Anatomy studies. We gotta start rushing through this. Well, rushing. Okay, here's the brother of Alex, which is the OC I mentioned earlier, and that's his wife, or to-be wife. They have the dynamic that I really like, which is a tiny person with way too much energy and is probably trying to destroy the world, and a shy, anxious, very loving, tall giant. That's one of my favorite relationship dynamics in media, so they are that. But no, they work great together. Yeah, you know how I mentioned that I would stop doing self-insert? Well, Obey Me happened, and then self-insert came back. This is, again, from a TikTok random shit over here. I watched Alex Madness Returns again. There's a new game coming out. I can't wait to see it. I'm not the biggest fan of the character model that I've seen, but I just love that game, so they're probably gonna do something great, so, you know. Anyways, yeah, here's William again. Well, no, here's William. Here's me just trying to do some random poses, so there's Philip dancing for you, if you needed this. Here's Ween. If that's not how you pronounce his name, I don't know how you pronounce it. But I'm pronouncing it Win, so that's not the right color. He's from Nice to Meet You on Webtoon, I think. Here's Aaron and Catherine. Here's Here's Alex when he was younger, and he has a short ponytail. That's how you know he was younger. He had a short hair. Yes. Congratulations. And these three get along great. That's again Jasmine, who is Alex's girlfriend slash wife slash best friend slash bae. I don't know. Life companion. Here's random stuff. Story development for random characters that kind of don't have much relevancy. I was doing great, as you... I can't remember exactly what was happening at this time. I just know that I was home, and I was... Actually, wait. When did I finish this? Okay, yeah. I was at home at this time. Here's again more of Aaron, Catherine, William, Kai, and Vinny. And here's some development. I think this one's really cute. And I like this one. Anyways, the point of Kai is that he tries to make people fall in love. And well, with normal people, it works because he's basically Cupid. Like I said, I'm not entirely settled on how everything works. But, you know, once I start developing it a bit more, he's basically constantly teasing Aaron that he's in love with Catherine. Is he? Well, you'll find out once I make the comic. Here's some more. There's a random black page and you're like, what the fuck is this? Bam! It's because this looks so much cooler next to a black page. I'm actually really proud of this one. This one is a follow-up to my Belty and Beale painting, because I wanted to do another TikTok that was like, let me put another demon boy on a Christian high school website. They didn't end up posting those paintings of mine. Like, oh, did they find out that this is a demon and that it says Lucifer? And it's like, oh my god, that's evil. No, they didn't. I think the point was that at that time where the exhibition was happening, we were already back at school, so it's just watercolor paintings, and because these are in my sketchbook and it's not digital online, yeah, so that's why I didn't get picked up, because it wasn't actually online. Random shit. That hot guy again. Jackson Wang. No. Yeah, Jackson Wang. I messed up Spencer Wang and Jackson Wang. I don't know what happened right now, but my brain did a glitch. I don't remember what this exactly was, but I think I bullshitted my way through grading, and I got up. Oh, I remember, it was a history oral examination, and I was just like, I just want a positive grade. Like, I want the bare minimum, because I did not study, because I was at home and couldn't function. And then I got a freaking equivalent of a B. A B! With my knowledge? Bitch, I knew nothing. I don't know how that's possible, but yeah, that was really good for me. Then I watched Yuri on Ice for the first time. I don't regret it that I didn't watch it earlier. I mean, I love the romance aspect of it. And I really don't want to be mean, because I know they put a lot of effort into making the ice skating really realistic and all that. But there's just so much of reused animation, or, you know, the same people are doing the same routine, because it makes sense, you know. It's not like every ice skater, is it a figure skater? Every figure skater has a million routines, and on every competition it's a different one. No, you work on perfecting one. And it makes sense from that standpoint, but from watching the same shit over and over and over again, when it's like a 20-minute episode and half of it is the same thing you saw in the previous episode, it's kind of boring. But the, you know, romance cute. For development, I was really doing a lot of development for that comic, upcoming sometime in the future. Also, I am legally old enough to drink. So, yeah, that's me and my friend. Because that was the first time I've seen my friends in a while. That was the first time I was actually hanging out with people in like 2 months at this point. So this was really fun. We had like a gathering for a friend's birthday. Am I gonna have to censor this? I don't think so. I mean, it's showing nothing, so there wouldn't be any point. Basically, anatomy drawings is what I say to these. As an artist, or just as a person who doesn't get fazed by nudity anymore, I feel like if you get desensitized to nudity, and you're not like, oh my god, that's inappropriate, why do you have that in your sketchbook, where you have to practice. I don't want to explain to random people that bodies are just bags of flesh, okay? Not in a serial killer way. What I'm trying to say is, not every single time there's a body on display, it's supposed to be sexual. It's not. It's really not. Like, fine, this is lingerie. Okay, you know. This sketchbook, you know, a lot of people look through it and they're like, oh my god, you're so nasty. It's just like, no, it's a fucking body. It's just a body. You're nasty if you think that. No, I'm joking. Anyways, yeah. As I was saying that I am not nasty. There's this artist. They do a lot of not safe for work art. Excuse me, and horny gel. It's okay. They do a lot of not safe for work art, and they're just so good at anatomy and facial expressions, and just everything looks amazing. And this page is from a lot of their references. So anyways, here's Alex again, and the handsome boy. They're ex-boyfriends. I'm not sure if they're actually together, because this guy doesn't do relationships, and Alex was probably like, oh my god, I fucking love you, dude. And he was like, you're right, I'm gonna stick with you for a bit. Anyways, they're ex-lovers, but they're friends now, so it's fine. Oh, here I did the autocorrect comic. Here's some compositions, and then here's more Alex and that video. Doodles. Philip's backstory. Here's Catherine and Aaron again, and I've again shown the wrong one at the wrong time. Catherine and Aaron. Jesus Christ. Here's I was trying to figure out if I should give Will a mustache. I will not be giving Will a mustache. I mean, I love mustaches on characters, but on him it doesn't look that good. So here's Jasmine and Alex again. Here's some other developments. Here's baby Zach. I don't know if I mentioned Zach, but Zach is their child, and that's the one of the protagonists. Also, this is very Hall inspired. More doodles from characters. More anatomy practice, perhaps. More Alex and that other guy. Random shit. Also, Alex that looks like someone took... This is me when someone takes my glasses away. No, I have an even better one. This is me when someone takes my glasses, puts them on and asks me how they look. That's me. Oh, I read Miss Abbott and Doctor. It's really cute. The art style is so cute, and I really like Andreas's design. And also a mustache. Here's another character that I'm not sure on the name for them yet. This is gonna be Jason's partner. Now, Jason, as one of the protagonists of that story, is asexual. However, he still just wants a companion to live with. Not necessarily romantically, just someone he gets along with, so he doesn't live alone. Like, he's not the greatest fan of people, but if he finds a person he gets along with really well, he'll want to spend time with them, you know? He wants to live with that person. Again, Among Us. I really like this one. There's more hand stuff. This looks real messy and I don't think it's very clear. But what I used to do, and I still do, when I get really excited, or just when I need to move from my desk to my bed, is I just throw myself at my bed. Is that the best thing? No. I've had a couple landings hurt a bit. So that wasn't too that wasn't too great. Yeah. Here's some expression stuff with my OCs. Okay, I should probably explain who their names are. This is Philip. This is Diana. This is Zach. That's the child of Alex and Jasmine, which are the ones that I've constantly been mentioning. And then Jason is this guy. This guy without glasses. No, this guy with glasses. So these are the 4 main characters. Again, more anatomy practice. And a little kitten. Here's another Alex. And more Alex. As I said, I feel like they're what people say when people are like, oh, that's my comfort kind of character. I feel like that's Alex and Jasmine for me because I draw them so much. And this was not the greatest time for me. So anyways, yeah, more of them. Here's Ida. Yes, queen. And there's me as a devil for some reason. I don't know. Oh, yes, Jackson. Jackson. Here's where I didn't start playing Genshin over here, but that's the first time I've drawn anything from Genshin. I should probably do an entire video on Genshin. This is my first RPG that I've played. Listen, the only console we have is a Wii, and the only games, the old one, not the Wii U, and the only games we have is Wii Sports and Donkey Kong. And those are amazing games, so I'm not complaining. In my childhood, I was just convinced that you're not allowed to spend money on games. So even though I had my own money, I never spent it on it. And I was like, oh my god, I could have just bought games. I'm an idiot. I'm probably gonna talk about Genshin at some point because there was a lot of funny things that I was really confused about at the start. And I was just like, what the fuck is this? And I was like, why is my adventure rank not improving even though it says you have to do a thing first? What do you mean this character isn't free? What do you mean a gacha system? What do you mean you can't get D-Luke inside the story? Okay, here's some more character redesigns. I really like this one. Also, my buddy was not having fun right now this time. I know I wore a knee brace pretty much all the time, for like a week at least, and also my hands were hurting because, like, listen, I know better now. I draw from the entire arm, not just my wrist, and also I had cramps at this moment, and that was not fun. Yeah, so here's what Kai looks like kind of now. Oh, here's my setup for the thingy. Again, Alex and Jasmine. No, that's not Jasmine, that's Tanya. Tanya. It's basically the entirety of the same characters. I don't remember exactly what this was, but that's how I feel half of the time. So yeah. Jungkook! Random animals! I haven't drawn a horse for so long, and I used to draw only horses. I was a horse girl, if you didn't know. You didn't know, I don't think I ever mentioned it. I was a horse girl. I almost forgot that phase of my life. If only I didn't have a bunch of notebooks filled with random Pegasus and horses drawings, and I was like, oh my god, I'm so good. Well, I didn't think that. Everyone else was just like, oh my god, you're so good, and I'm like, oh my god, thanks. And then I look back on it and I'm like, oh no. Oh, here's another sweet baby boy. This is Henry. I haven't drawn him in forever. I haven't drawn him since here. He's basically a hunter. He takes care of animals and he hates people. I mean, he doesn't hate them, but he's really awkward and doesn't know what to do when anyone flirts with him. So he's just awkwardly, like, trying to, you know, got you! I don't know what this is. Little Nightmares came out. I am honestly tempted to get a Little Nightmares tattoo. Oh, okay, I have a fun story about this one. As you may see, if you are from my country, you might recognize this paper. And it says, Concept Nihilist. You might be like, girl, why do you have that? That's supposed to be left in the test. That's from the first essay, which is the one that it's not an official national exam. It's just a pre-national exam thing that looks the same, just so people get a feel for what it looks like. Anyways, this is a concept list, and I finished the essay was on a book. I'm like bouncing right now. I don't know why I'm getting excited for this. I finished my essay very, pretty early, and I usually do that. And you're like, bro, don't you have dyslexia? I'm like, bro, you get like an hour extra from other people and you finish earlier than everyone else? What is wrong with you? The thing is, I get so hyper-focused with things like that I just finish it. I can't, you know, if I did things more slowly it would probably be better, but hyper-focus is really good for things like that. Anyways, I finished my essay early. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna fucking draw my favorite characters or scenes from the book. So basically there's Vesna and Sapet. If you're not Slovenian, you're not gonna be able to recognize any of these. Anyways, yeah, that's Jadran. Jadrian. And that's his parents. You're not supposed to take this paper home. You're supposed to leave it with the test. But they don't look at it, so I was like, no one's gonna notice. So I just took it because I didn't want people to look at my drawings, and also I didn't want to lose my drawings. And then here's my concept, so... And then... my Discord wedding. There's another, comic I might do in the future, but I would have to do a lot of research. I love opera, and I love ballets, so I just kind of wanted to do a comic about a couple that one of them like works with the you know, behind the scenes of the opera house, and one of them is a ballet dancer, and I feel like that would be a cool dynamic. And then the comic could just explore what it's like to be in an opera house and do all these things. I would have to do a lot of research for this one, and I honestly feel like I will do it someday. Yeah, so here's some more cute girls in lingerie, because cute girls are cute. Cute girls are cute. And here's a blushing Alex with a braid. Tati da ni muy dan. Oy oy. Oh yeah, I remember this one. So you may be like, wow, what's the inspiration for this? Well, the Monster Children, I guess. But also, I had this ballpoint pen that I really didn't like using, so I was just like, if I just use it right now, I could get rid of it. And then I used the entire pen on this, which a great way to get rid of too many pens you have that you never use. I was kind of thinking that also her connection to the opera house could be that maybe her relative, her grandpa, would be a prima donna. I don't know if that's actually what it's called. I'm just guessing because it's a prima donna and a prima ballerina. Is it a prima donna as well? Basically the main badass singer. Because that would also be cool, and it will also include the opera part of the opera ballet houses. So, you know, possibilities endless. Also, I have a friend that did ballet, and I asked him what they do about guys' hair, and he was just like, a shit ton of pins and a shit ton of hairspray. And I was just like, noted. So that's where this is from. I did the same for a red pen because I wanted to get rid of it. I should just not complicate and not make careless mistakes, and I should be fine. I was probably not fine. I panicked. I don't remember what this was, but I panicked. And that's exactly what happens every time. Oh, here's my main boys. Mate boys, that's what it sounds like. Main boys. A lot. Here's another Zach, looking a bit more emo than usual. I also really like drawing a bunny/deer girl that just looks so sweet. That's her. I also drew her earlier with the cute girls. I will turn into a rock, wake me up when June ends. Don't worry, I survived. I actually failed my math class. And if you're like, how the fuck did you graduate then? You can fail 2 subjects, I feel like, and still survive. But the thing was, with the national exam, you have to first finish the year or the school and then sign up for the exam and do that. And all that contributes to your points for getting into college. And this year, they made an exception that you can actually like fix one of your failed classes before the national exam starts. So, you know, most years you can't do that. You would have to sign up for the second deadline of the national exam, which would mean my the free spaces at the colleges I wanted to go to would all be full, and I was terrified of all that. So yeah, I fucking did it. I wrote math with a 3, that's basically a C, and this year I basically had all fails. And if you're like, how the fuck did you manage to do that? I have amazing siblings who are like experts at math and physics, and I'm like, how are we related? But yeah, I managed to survive that. And then I also managed to survive math on the national exam. It was so much easier on the national exam than at our high school. So yeah, I did math. That sounds like I did math. I did math, I did drugs. I am done with math for basically my entire life, except for basic math that I will have to do occasionally. I survived, June. Past me, you good. You didn't turn into a rock and you survived. Also, there's the colors I intended for those ballet people. I didn't draw her glasses. I feel like I just forgot because there is sketch lines of it. That's basically it. I realized I didn't talk much about the art acceptance thing. You know, like what would be appropriate for art school and what would count as accepted, and you know, what's good enough. I feel like it's very important to show that you are passionate in that side of your work. You have to show that you're working on things, and you have to write down ideas. Well, have to. I feel like it's a very good thing. I do that all the time, so I feel like my sketchbook shows that very well. I have several stories that I want to work on and develop, and these characters that I'm constantly drawing. Also, this is in a span of a few months. You know, it's not like I draw one drawing a month and then I'm like, oh my god, look how much I work. I mean, that's also an important thing. That's kind of what the sketchbook shows, I feel like. Then it also shows a lot of your personality and like what you're interested in, which is what I said probably. Anyways, I said I'm gonna show you Kai. This is my other side of the room, and these are some of the prints that I sent to them. So the first one is my autocorrect character spreadsheet, I guess. So I have him and then some information about him. You can see this all on my Instagram. Then is just a painting I did for mine and Jack's birthday. We have a birthday on the same day. Hey! There's an Unis Anis poster that I did. Just thought it was cool, so I included it. Doppio Diavolo, Aaron's colors. He has 2 different eyes. I think it's really pretty. And then there's Aaron in his room, which is literally the only interior I ever did. That's not true anymore, but at the time, I literally never did interior. And then here is the Kai planning spreadsheet. So basically, okay, here's some references for his shoes. I decided on those, what are they called? Balenciagas, because they're easy to draw. That's how it looks. And I think he's very handsome right now. Also, he has some tattoos, and then there's also I can't. It's Vinny. There's also Vinny and also Catherine. I just added her on there because there was a giant blob of empty space and I didn't know what to put there, so I just left it like that. So yeah, those are basically, I mean, I have a few more. I had a 4. Basically, if you want to see all of my digital things that I did and added them in, they're all on my Instagram. You're gonna have to scroll a bit because, you know, it's been a while since I did this, like a year almost. But yeah. And I should show you my setup, what I look at every single day. I bought an IKEA hand and it's holding my straw because I have like a million straws now because everyone, I was like, oh my god, I need metal straws, and then everyone bought me metal straws and now I have 20. This is one of my plants, and yeah, I put them in this really cute ramen cup. This is too cute to throw away, so I was just like, this is great for my plants. And I still have this! Also, this bitch fell on my tablet. I'm still upset about it. I mean, it's not that bad. Oh my god, this camera is so terrible. Okay, you can see it, but it actually looks worse on camera. I was like, oh, you can see it, and then you can see it way more. Anyways, I don't think it will affect my tablet much, but I am still upset about it because it's not a smooth surface anymore. Like, come on, why do I have a rock? To be honest, it's completely my fault. I could totally get a stand, but I don't want to invest. It's my fault. Anyways, I'm gonna just sign off. Goodbye.